Of course, this was really quite dangerous sometimes, and safety was always the priority. Some days it was always an adventure, like you never knew what to expect. Sometimes there would be big chunks of ice floating down, sometimes just small pieces of ice. And I always had to be really careful. Again, ice is really sharp. There were a couple of times when you can see the shoreline there at the beach. So the entire length of the shoreline had like a layer of ice. And a couple of times when I was in the water, it was at lunch, and the ice melted right at the edge of the shoreline, and the entire shoreline started going downstream. So I was in the water, and there was a layer of ice between me and the shore. But fortunately, I just prayed and got over the ice and made it out. But then I was much more conscientious because you could never get stuck out there in the middle and not be able to get to the shore. So the journey began on June 2nd, 2019, when I just was inspired to go to the beach and go swimming. I hadn't really been swimming for many, many years. And the first day I couldn't really get in, the second day I didn't get in. I didn't intend to continue, but just somehow every day I was drawn. It was like the water was calling me, come in, so I started just swimming every day. And it was really fun here at the beach, or in the summertime I would go to my friends' cottages nearby. September, October, started getting colder, and then I would be thinking, well, this is the last day. Like, what's so cold, right? It's ridiculous. I'm not doing it again. And the next day I would find myself again in the water. Now the thing is, of course, after you get out, you feel better. That's a joke. But truly, you really do, because being in the cold reduces inflammation. That's why, you inflame your ankle, you sprain your ankle, you might ice it. But truly, afterwards, you feel happy, really happy. And your joints feel healthier. You might be shivering a lot. That's true. But everything feels good. So, now we'll start with the video. So this is a video of one of the times when I went swimming. And my friend Wendy was the videographer. So first of all, you're at home, right? And you're going, okay, I'm going swimming. And I'm going swimming, and that's that. So I used to eat honey, and honey kind of warms you up. And also it was kind of an incentive. Oh, I get to eat some honey, and then I go swimming. The temperature this day was -10. And there are a few really critical elements. First of all, you need to be sure that your footwear, like you notice the boots, they're really heavy and clunky, but you can easily get your foot in and out. Like you can't use your hands after you get out of the water. So you need to be sure you can easily get your footwear on and off, just step in and out of it. And then, okay, the towel. So when I first started, it was clear, no ice, and then the snow started coming, so I had to get the boots, and then the ice started building up at the shoreline, and then I got an axe. So here you can see that I have an axe along, so you bash through the ice so that you can get in. And then sometimes there's ice, like this particular day, there's actually a thin layer of ice on the surface of the water. And so you have to be careful because the ice is really sharp. And you don't want to get cut, especially when you get in and out of the water. Now, I'm not suggesting that anybody do this, not at all. This is just my experience. If you'd like to give it a try, I definitely trained for it, not really intentionally, but just because it was a gradual process. And the fact is, you go swimming one day and it's cold, but the next day it's not much different, right? So your body adapts. And to me, that was one of the really thrilling parts of the experience, is to find and feel and experience the adaptations of your physical to these intolerable types of conditions. So generally, even in the coldest temperatures, I would stay in the water for 5 to 10 minutes. And literally often probably between 8 and 10 minutes total time, even when the temperature was like -20. And as I said, blizzards and snowstorms is really fun. And to watch the snow when it's falling and to see it melting in the water, it's just beautiful. You can't imagine how beautiful. And okay, so the towel, so that when you go to the water in the winter, sometimes the ice is starting to solidify further and further out into the river. So the axe, I could bash through the ice for a while, and then at some point the length of ice at the shoreline is too far to bash with the ice and perhaps too thick. So then, you know, you have to figure out, like, how am I not going to slip to get in? So that's what the towel was for. So I put it down on the ice, and then you can walk over it, and you have traction to get in and out.
But you kind of look forward to it because the sensation on the skin feels really, like, not just healthy, but like your body likes it.